Have you ever looked at someone else's life and felt like you're not doing enough? Like no matter how hard you try, you're still behind. You're not alone. We all feel that way sometimes. But today we're going to talk about something that quietly steals your peace, your confidence and your joy, the dangerous habit of comparing yourself to others. This message might just change the way you see yourself forever. So before we dive in, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any of our future motivational talks that will help you grow, heal, and live a more peaceful life. And as you listen, feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. You never know whose heart your story might touch. Now let's begin. Have you ever looked at someone else and felt like they are doing better than you? Maybe they have more money, more friends, a better phone, or a nicer house. You look at them and then you start to feel small. You start to wonder, why is my life not like theirs? That feeling, my friend, is called comparison. And it's one of the most dangerous habits in life. When you compare yourself to others, you stop seeing your own value. You forget how far you've come. You forget how strong you've been. You forget the battles you've already won. Every time you scroll through social media, you see people smiling, people traveling, people showing their best moments. And without knowing it, you start to feel like you're not enough. You start to believe that everyone else is happier than you. But here's the truth. People only show what they want others to see. They hide their pain, their failures, their struggles. Nobody posts their tears. Nobody posts their sleepless nights. The truth is, we are all fighting silent battles. But when you compare your life to someone's highlight, you're comparing your reality to their show. And that's not fair to you. Comparison kills peace. It kills joy. It kills self-confidence. It makes you blind to the blessings already around you. Maybe you think you're not doing well because someone else is ahead of you. But remember, life is not a race. We all have different starting points, different paths, different timings. What's for you will never miss you. So stop running someone else's race. Focus on your lane, because when you stay in your lane, you'll see how far you can go. Let me tell you something powerful. The person you're comparing yourself to is also comparing themselves to someone else. The person you think is perfect wishes they could fix something in their life too. We all have something we are working on. We all have something we are trying to heal from. So don't waste your time wishing to be like someone else. Instead, spend your time becoming a better version of you. The moment you stop comparing, you start living. You start seeing the good things you already have. You start to grow in peace. So today, make a decision to stop looking at others as if they are better than you, and start looking at yourself with gratitude. You are enough. You always have been. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever met someone who looked like they had everything? The money, the car, the clothes, the lifestyle, but deep down, you could tell they weren't really happy. That, my friend, is called the illusion of perfection. We live in a world where everyone wants to look perfect, but very few people are truly happy. Every day people wake up and wear invisible masks. They post pictures with fake smiles. They share videos that look amazing, but behind the camera they are tired, broken, and lonely. Social media has made perfection look easy. You see someone online and think, wow, their life is so perfect. But what you don't see is how much they cry when nobody is watching. You don't see their sleepless nights. You don't see the pain they hide behind those filters. The truth is, nobody's life is perfect. Everyone has something they are struggling with. Everyone has a secret. There was once a man named Daniel. Everyone in his area thought he was living a dream life. He had a good job, a car, a beautiful house. People respected him. But what nobody knew was that Daniel cried himself to sleep every night. He had everything people wished for, but he didn't have peace. He was tired of pretending to be fine. His story shows something powerful. Having everything doesn't mean you're happy, because happiness is not about what you have. It's about what's inside you. When you compare yourself to others, you only see what they choose to show. You don't see their pain. You don't see their mistakes. You don't see the parts they are trying to fix. The illusion of perfection is dangerous because it makes you chase a life that isn't real. It makes you feel like you're behind, when in reality you're doing just fine. Don't believe everything you see. That influencer you admire, they also have bad days. That couple that looks perfect online, they also argue. That rich person you envy, they may be richer than you, but they might not be happier than you. Have you ever wondered why you keep comparing yourself to others? Even when you know it hurts you, you tell yourself to stop, but your mind keeps doing it anyway. That's because comparison isn't just a bad habit. It's something deeply rooted in the way our brains work. From the time we were little, we were taught to measure ourselves against others. Who got the highest grade in class? Who ran faster? Who was the best student? Without knowing it, comparison became part of our thinking. The human brain is naturally wired to compare. It does it to understand the world and our place in it. But when that comparison turns negative, it becomes a silent poison. Psychologists call it social comparison. It means we judge our own value by looking at other people. When you see someone doing better than you, your brain sends a signal that says, you're not good enough. And slowly that voice starts to grow louder. You begin to question yourself. You start doubting your talents, your progress, your worth. It makes you forget that your story is different, that your timing is not the same as theirs. Let's be honest. Sometimes you see your friend buying a car and you start feeling bad. Not because you don't want them to succeed, but because your brain whispers, why not me? That's human. We all feel it sometimes. But if you let that feeling control you, it can destroy your peace. Here's what many people don't realize. When you compare, you create competition where there shouldn't be one. Life is not a race, it's a personal journey. Someone might reach their goal at 25 and another person at 45, but both can still win in life. Your path is designed just for you. And if you spend your time looking at other people's progress, you'll miss your own blessings passing by. Comparison is like standing in the rain with an umbrella, but instead of covering yourself, you keep looking at who has a bigger umbrella. You stay wet, while forgetting that you already have what you need to stay dry. The moment you understand that your brain is not your enemy, you can start training it. When your mind says, they're better than you, reply with no, they're just different from me. Because that's the truth. We all shine differently. Some people shine in the morning, others shine at night, but the light is still light. So instead of fighting your thoughts, start reprogramming them. Whenever you see someone doing better, say if they can do it, I can too, in my own time. When you change how you think, you change how you feel. And when you change how you feel, you change your life. So next time your mind tries to compare you to someone else, smile and remind yourself, I am not in competition with anyone. I'm just becoming the best version of me. Again, let me ask you this. What if I told you that comparison isn't always bad? That sometimes it can actually help you grow if you use it the right way. You see, the problem isn't that we compare. The real problem is how we comparison. When you see someone doing well, you can either feel jealous or you can feel inspired. The difference lies in your mindset. Jealousy says, why them and not me? Inspiration says, if they can do it, maybe I can too. The first one makes you bitter. The second one makes you better. Life is full of lessons hiding in other people's success. Instead of envying them, learn from them. Ask yourself, what did they do differently? What can I learn from their journey? What can I do today to move one step closer to my own dream? That's how you turn comparison into motivation. Every person you meet knows something you don't. So instead of competing with them, start learning from them. Their story might hold the key to the next level of your own life. Let's take an example. Imagine two farmers. One farmer looks at his neighbor's farm and says, his crops are bigger than mine. I hate that. The other farmer says, his crops are bigger than mine. I need to learn what he's doing right. Same situation, but two different mindsets. One becomes bitter, the other becomes better. When you stop comparing out of envy and start comparing out of curiosity, you open the door to growth. You start seeing people as teachers, not rivals. You stop feeling small, and you start getting smarter. Remember this, your only competition is the person you were yesterday. That's the person you should try to be. Not your neighbor, not your classmate, not your friend, just you. Every day ask yourself, am I thinking better than I did yesterday? Am I working harder? Am I becoming kinder, wiser, more focused? Because that's how real success begins. The truth is, when you learn to grow instead of compare, you'll find peace where others feel pressure. You'll start moving forward, even when life feels. And as you grow, you'll realize something powerful. You were never meant to be like anyone else. You were meant to be you, just a better version of yourself each day. So the next time you see someone doing great, don't let it make you sad. Let it remind you that greatness is possible, and it's possible for you too. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly felt content? Like you didn't have to prove anything to anyone. No pressure, no comparison, no competition, just peace. That feeling is what we call freedom. And that's what happens when you stop comparing yourself to others. To live free from comparison doesn't mean you stop caring about progress. It means you start defining success in your own way. You stop saying, I want what they have, and start saying, I'm grateful for what I have. Gratitude is the key to freedom. Because the more thankful you are, the less room there is for jealousy. Many people spend their lives chasing what others have, but still never feel fulfilled. They buy the same clothes, drive the same cars, live in the same kind of houses, but something still feels empty. Because happiness is not found in copying others. It's found in accepting yourself. When you truly understand that, you'll realize that peace is worth more than popularity. Peace is greater than attention. Peace is better than praise. Living free from comparison means waking up and saying, I'm walking my own path. It means celebrating others without feeling left behind. It means knowing that someone else's light doesn't make your light dimmer. You can clap for others and still believe your time will come. Because it will. Think about nature for a moment. The sun and the moon both shine, but never at the same time. Each has its moment. Each has its purpose. And that's exactly how life works. Your time will come too. You just have to keep working, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. When you stop comparing, you give your energy back to yourself. You start using your time to improve your own life. You start feeling lighter, calmer, happier. And slowly you begin to notice beauty in simple things. Your smile, your small wins, your quiet moments. That's where true joy lives. Not in what others have, but in who you are becoming. So from today, promise yourself this. I will not compare my journey to anyone else's. I will be proud of how far I've come. And I will walk confidently in my own timing. Because peace is not found in being better than others. It's found in being better than who you were yesterday. Now, as we've come this far, take a deep breath. Let go of every pressure, every doubt, every I'm not enough. You are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. Let's keep growing together, one day at a time. You've just spent the last hour learning one of the most powerful lessons in life. That comparison doesn't define your worth. It only distracts you from it. Your life has its own path, its own timing, and its own beauty. Never forget that. If this video spoke to your heart, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs this message. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me one thing you're grateful for today. Your words might inspire someone else to find peace too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for growing. And remember, you are enough. You always have been, and you always will be.